rolling the dice. Well, if that's the case, everything here is 4-3 and 7 on they ass when you talking with OC. Claiborne, real with it, homie, he Bayborn. Ain't tripping on these other podcasts cause they born. Pumping through your dial, it'll be worthwhile. And he yelling from the crest, they yelling that turf wild. Check the profile, every way he moves is legit. If he put you on the station, then you know it's a hit. And ain't gon' quit, you can tell the way that I spit. Every word come with flames on it, fire the pit. CCC, 7th letter, we BG. Clocking dollars like we scamming off this EDD. King of the hill, rest in peace, the king of the bill. That's Diz and Mac Dre, boy, I'm keeping it trill. Go. Now when you talking with OC. Now when you talking with OC. Now when you talking with OC. Game lacing with no feet. Now when you talking with OC. Now when you talking with OC. Now when you talking with OC. Game lacing with no feet.
Yeah. It's Talk with OC. I'm your host, OC. I'm just getting live going on today. It's Sunday. I just want to get on here and shoot the shiznit. Just laid back Sunday conversation. I'm sitting here scrolling through Facebook, and another one of my constituents. Mick Yee, she 360 Radio, Sacramento. She posted a picture of me and the fellas. It was the night of we did the I think it was the 2-box celebration in Concord. That was cool. 5 Trey 5. I got a little piece of jewelry made that has my logo on it, and it says 5 Trey 5 and TWOC and 5 Trey 5. It's special to me because those a great group of fellas, great group of guys, and I every time I'm around them, it's always a good vibe, So shout out to the 5 Trey 5, strictly Sess straight from the crest. You know what I'm saying? Vallejo, California. But yeah, so I'm just scrolling around, looking around, and I posted my jewel piece some days ago on Facebook. It's like I said, it's TWOC 5 Trey 5, just a commemorative piece for the group. Let me see. Somebody said, "Love, I received a vision about you during midnight prayer. Or to connect with you. Send me a direct message. A friends requested about for me the message. Who is this? Somebody. I don't know this person, but thank you for the prayers. Appreciate it. I'm one of those type of fellas that that take all the prayer I can get from everywhere. Shout out to the boss. Shout out to the Boss Lounge. I put comments in the Boss Lounge sometimes. Vibe Like a Boss podcast is out there. Vibe Like a Boss podcast is pretty cool. I love being on here just surfing. Oh yeah. If anybody is in the market for an Xbox, it's like new. Probably only been played a couple of times. Like new, good controllers. 300. Inbox me. I'm not an Xbox fan. Don't get me wrong. I've always been Sony, Nintendo, Sony. I've never been an Xbox fan. Never been. It's just like that age-old question. iPhone user or Android user. It's just like that age-old question. People are going through with themselves today. It's an age-old question. I used to be an Android user. Long time ago, back in the day, I used to be an Android user. I think everybody used to be an Android user at one time or another. Well, probably not today. You could kind of choose which one you want, and you'd be an iPhone if that's what you are. But back in the day when cell phones first came out, when they were readily made for consumer consumption, then it was, I think it was, most of them was analog and digital analog Androids. So when iPhone came out, they took over a market, and the iPhone is a good piece of technology to use. Great piece of technology to use. I use it every day. At first I was adamant against it, but once I got one and I started using it, it made everything a little bit better. So I'd be scrolling through trying to find stories that I could talk about, and things like that. So I'll just be scrolling through, and some certain stories be popping out, like relationship stories be popping out, sports stories. Like I seen the sports story today that I posted on Instagram. Master P, when Master P was I forget if Master P was a baller. And then when I seen a clip of Master P in a Raptors jersey, in a Raptors uniform, and he was scoring buckets. He was at that level. He was scoring buckets. He was an NBA player. He played in the league. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy memory. And then to fast forward to see how Master P has done since then, with the rap business and all the other endeavors that he has. It's a wonderful thing to see a black man, or a man period, or a person period, to reach new heights in what they're trying to do. Always scoring big in what they do. So I like that. I like to see that. I like to see that. Yeah, and I just scroll through, and I just try to see what I can see to talk about. And it looks like we got that Olympic team coming up, the Olympic basketball team coming up. I like watching highlights of the Olympic. I like watching the highlights of the Olympic basketball team play against these different teams, and he's getting ready for the Olympic run, for the gold medal run. It's been pretty exciting. LeBron is just one of those players that just keeps going. Tatum is pretty good. I like Jason Tatum's game, and I also like how their chemistry is building. They have to build that chemistry. So it's been pretty nice watching them build this chemistry. KD is hurt, so he's not going to be playing. So that's a different story. But KD, when he's healthy, that's a different animal. It's a different animal. KD is a different animal. Yeah. So I was also scrolling through, and I was watching something. I got a clip of Doc Rivers talking about LeBron James. LeBron James, he's right. We should just be celebrating his greatness, not putting him up against nobody else, not trying to say he's the greatest of all time, but just celebrate his greatness, because LeBron is doing something that no player has never done before in his life, in his league, and which is play until they want to stop playing. He take care of his body. He's 40 years old, still doing his thing. And so that's what I like about the brother. And he's never had any scandals, and in this day and age of social media, he's just doing the right things with himself and his family, and by his friends too. So I'm loving it. I want to celebrate LeBron. LeBron is just an awesome player. LeBron is one of those generational talents, and you just got to take your hat off to him and recognize greatness. I recognize greatness all through sports. It's not a person that has been great that I haven't been like, oh, I don't care what team you on. If you great, you great, and that's just the bottom line. I mean, you got to respect it. I mean, you don't got to like that team, but you got to respect the greatness. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I respect the greatness. What else? What else? What else? Oh, last night I was watching uh Trading Places. I was flipping through the channels and Trading Places came up on the video. I mean, on one of these apps on my TV, and I clicked on it and watched it, and it brought back so many memories. So many memories. Shout out to How About It TV, Alfred Robinson, yeah, Treacherous Tick. Shout out to Sleep Dank, Dante. Shout out to Antoine Anderson. My cousins, three of my cousins. I was never at my house. I was never able to watch the version of Trading Places, the original cut of Trading Places. I always got the TV version, where the TV version was they blurted out certain words and things of that nature. So, but when I would always go out to the Crest, and I always go hang out in the Crest, it was a great feeling, around my family and things like that. But for some reason, I don't know what the reason is, but for some reason we used to be able, they had certain cuts of movies that the same movie that I've seen 100 times, they had cuts of it where it had all of the scenes in there. So I got a chance to watch it, but that movie is a classic. That movie is so funny. Trading Places is so funny. So funny. I got so many funny stories. I mean, so many funny scenes. And then growing up watching Trading Places and watching different movies, now that I'm mature and grown, I can see that a lot of those scenes weren't written. They were ad-libbed. My guy Eddie Murphy, he's the king. He ad-libbed those scenes, and those scenes were just funny as hell. Me and my family laugh at those scenes now today. We crack up at those scenes now today. So that's how it works. That's how it works. We crack up at those scenes. So when especially the scene when he was in jail, when they picked him up after him bumping into Winthorpe, after Eddie Murphy bumped into Dan. I think it's Dan Aykroyd, bumped into him, and the police chased him, and he ran inside the place, and then he came out, tried to come out, and they put the guns to him and then he said, "Is there a problem, officers?" Just that scene alone is just funny. And then when he went to jail, and he was in the corner talking to them dudes. He was in the corner talking to them dudes. He did the quarter blood technique. We crack up at that, and then we also crack up at when he said, "Didn't I tell you that the phone was busted in my limousine and I couldn't get in contact with my bitches? What is you?" That dude over there say, "What is you, ignorant? The phone in the limousine is busted." We die off of that type of stuff. We crack up over that type of stuff. So I was watching that, and I posted a picture to see if people would recognize what movie that was from, and people do recognize that. People recognize that. Old school people recognize that. People that know this movie like the back of their hand, like myself, really, 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 really know what that is. They know what this movie is. So. And to Eddie Murphy credit, that was one of his best movies. That was one of his best movies, comedic movies I've seen him make ever. And I like the fact that he at that time in his career, it looked like they let him do whatever he wanted to do as far as being creative, being creative, because he is a creative guy. I mean, you can't. When you think of Eddie Murphy, you don't get a disappointing performance. The movie may have been not that well of a production, but you never get a disappointing performance from him per se. Never get a disappointing performance from Eddie Murphy. He puts it all in there, and that's what I liked about Eddie Murphy, and which I didn't mind his rock star status that he had back in the 80s, and I still think he do have this big status because people want to work with him. People that know the business, people that have been around the business, they want to work with him. I know they do because I would want to work with him if I was an actor. That's one of the people that I would want to work with is Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is just he still got it. Switching gears a little bit, in August we got at the Bar and Grill at Vinny's Bar and Grill in Concord. It's going to be a show. Two of my good friends, Doobie and Mac Mall, they got a show they're doing at the Bar and Grill, and they have it's in conjunction with Ben Dope Entertainment. They have slots available for people to be a part of the show. If you want to be a part of the show, go up on my page, Talking with OC, and you should be able to see the flyer. The flyer says it's a mic night. So they at 8 p.m. till or 9 p.m. till or 8 p.m. till 8 p.m. till they still got the slots available. Comedy and music. So it's gonna be an event. So if you want to showcase your skills, go on and tap in with Ben Dope Entertainment. Go on and tap in. And somebody and serious inquiries only, but go on and tap in to get on that show. That show is gonna be dope. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be talking with OC. Gonna be there. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up because I want to see the show. I'm pulling up. I love to see my brothers and still out here doing what they love to do, which is grab that mic and do what they do with it. I love to see them flip them words. I love to see them perform their shows, perform their songs. I love to see that. It's been a long time for me since I've been able to be out and enjoy concerts like that and stuff. So I get out when I can, and when I feel like, or when I need to go see them do their thing. So they have a mic that it's in August, and let me see if I can find the flyer again for you guys. I need to put it up, but I haven't been able to put it over to my thing. So Ben Dope Entertainment is a great look up Ben Dope Entertainment. Look up that. They put on some good parties. They've come out with music. Ben Dope Entertainment is just not an entertainment company, but they do all. The owner does a lot of different things. And if you look him up, the owner of Ben Dope Entertainment, you'll find that he does a lot of different things, and he can help in a lot of different ways. My guy, he help in a lot of different ways. Help do things professionally, I should say. So yes, in August, they call it the Hot August Mic Night. And what day is it? Can't see the date. What date is it? Slots are available. Ben Dope Entertainment, Mac Mall, Doobie, Thea's. Tickets is $20. I'm pretty sure you can get that at the door. 2 drink minimum. They like to spread the wealth around. But it's cool. It's cool. I go when I go out to see them perform and stuff. I partake, but I partake in a way that is going to not get myself in trouble. I am smart when it comes to drinking and driving. I don't like doing it, so and it's just something that can plague you. It can plague you. You have to jump through these many hoops to get that off your record, and I just don't want any part of it. So I just drink responsibly. I should say I drink responsibly. I have a couple, and I drink responsibly, and that's what I encourage everybody else to do when you go to concerts and things. To drink responsibly, and don't get yourself in trouble, because that DUI, they ain't no joke, and they ain't no joke. They got all kind of laws for the DUI, for the DUI process. They got laws. They got different tiers of DUI. So you got to keep yourself safe. Got to keep yourself safe. If you don't keep yourself safe when it comes to that type of stuff, you're gonna have a problem, and we don't want that. We don't want the problems. We don't want the problems with DUI, because I'm a DUI counselor right now, and I run DUI groups. I run the groups. I run the what else do I run? I run the 15-minute counseling sessions. I do those with the people, and what else? Education too. I run education groups as well. Education groups for DUIs. Man, people are multiple offenders, the price goes up when you're a multiple offender. These classes that you have to take, prices go up. Jail time. Some people have ankle monitors for some months. What else? You got to put that thing in your car, the blow thing in your car to even start it. It's a lot of different things that you got to do to maintain and to get through a DUI. It's a lot of money that you got to spend. It's a lot of money you got to spend. Yeah, I think it's over $10,000 when it's all said and done for the first one. Just for the first one. Just know if you get one, you're gonna be paying 10,000, 10 G's. You're gonna be paying 10 G's. Just think about that. 10 G's. I don't know. I don't have $10,000 laying around to give somebody. I don't got it, and I'm not finna test it. I don't want to test it. Tell you the truth, I don't want to test it. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. And I tell everybody that I know, be careful, be safe, and be careful, because that when you get one of those, oh man, it's terrible when you get one of those. You don't want one of those. So yeah. Also, if you do get caught up in a DUI, I suggest just go to court, do your thing, try to do things preemptive to what they're going to tell you need to do. So if you get a DUI, I would suggest before you go to court, make sure you're doing some type of classes or something before. So when you can bring that to court, saying you understand what you've done wrong, and you're trying to make amends, and because the courts like that, and they usually don't go too hard on you. But if you're a multiple offender, man, you are at the mercy. You're at the mercy of the court. Because I was in Vallejo one time in a traffic court, but they had the traffic and criminal court mixed together. So they call DUIs, that's criminal. So they call that criminal. So I'm sitting in court and I'm looking at some of these different cases go through, the judge ruling on them. He was ruling on them tough. He even took a couple of them into custody because of the seriousness of their actions and them not trying to take care of it. So when they got to my little old traffic violation, he was like, "Oh, you get up out of here. $25 for coming to court. You get up on out of here." But I was looking at those DUIs, and it's like, man, this one brother had a DUI on a Sunday, and then got another DUI on a Tuesday. How does that work? Come on, man, you can't continue to do the same thing expecting a different result. That doesn't happen. That doesn't go over well with nothing. It doesn't go over well with nothing, man. And so it's just weak. It's just weak. You got to take care of yourself. You got to better take care of yourself than doing the same thing like that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I won't do that. You could do whatever you want to do, but I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. Overton is not finna do that. I'm not finna. OC is not finna get involved in that. And then another thing I want to say. I love the Your Ham Right podcast. It's two brothers from Florida. I always say this: two brothers from Florida. Podcast is great. It's great. They got good segments. They do a variety of different things on their show. They let me come on, so that was a great thing when they let me come on. So shout out to those brothers. Your Ham Right podcast. Get it on every podcast outlet out there. Every podcast outlet. And we have another podcast. We got another podcast that's out there that I like. This girl I went to school with, Seth Johnson. She covers the WNBA. She covers sports like no other. I got to get the name of her podcast so that I can talk to her and get on her show and do it like that. But I just want to say thank you, Edison, for tapping in today. Edison, I went to school with a long time ago. Edison had a great jump shot. Edison had a great jump shot. I don't know nobody of his ethnic background. I never seen nobody like that have a great jump shot like that. He played basketball with us. I think he played basketball for the school too. Shout out to Edison for tapping in with me today. Appreciate it. It's Talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. And I like shouting out people's businesses. If you got a business that you own, or if you want somebody to talk about you or talk to you about your business, and you want to get it on a platform, come see me. Talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. TalkingWithOC.com. I can be hit up at talkingwithoc@gmail.com. I can be hit up at Talking with OC Facebook, Talking with OC, and Talking with OC. Look me up on the Instagram. So Talking with OC, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it will be. That's what it has to be. That's what I do. And this podcast is on every podcast outlet. Just type in Talking with OC and it'll come up all one word, and you'll be able to get the podcast from on any podcast outlet. You'll be able to get it. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to get people on that are regular people. And I'm trying to get a couple of interviews this weekend, but people are busy, and I'm doing them things myself, so it's kind of hard. I don't have a booking agent to book some of these large. I'm finding out that it's a huge game. This podcast game. I'm finding out that to talk to some certain people, you gotta have some type of management or some type of agent or something to talk to. You got to talk to some of these people agent first, and that's one of those things that people don't realize that you have to do, and you have to do that. You have to do that. Sometimes you got to pay for an interview. Sometimes you got to do that, and it's no problem, because people should get paid for their likeness. They should get paid for what they do, or who they talk to. They should get paid for that. I don't have a problem with that. I never had a problem with that. But just the time it takes to get in contact with somebody to get an interview is a job in itself. So I have to, when I get more time, I'm gonna be able to start getting after it like I need to get after it when I get after it. So I'm trying to get a couple of interviews from a couple of people, paid or not. I'm trying to get these interviews so I can further the content of Talking with OC. And it's Talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. Lovely day. It's Sunday. What do people do on a Sunday? What do you guys do on Sunday? How does that work for you? What does Sunday mean to you? Sunday means to me rest and relaxation. If I'm not working a different job, Sunday means getting my things in order for the week. That's what Sunday means for me. I always allow myself time to do those things for myself. I got a purpose-driven life. And what I mean by having a purpose-driven life, I have to have something that I'm called to do, and I do it. You know what I'm saying? I got to have something that is imperative for me to do every day. I gotta be able to teach. I gotta be able to mold. I gotta be able to just give what I got to other people. That's a purpose that I have in my life right now. That drives me to give what I know to other people that don't have it. I can teach a lot. I can go over a lot of things with people, but it's just that. It's just that I need to have the platform and being here on Talking with OC. What's up, Antoine? What's going on with you, bro? I wonder what you up to today. I thought you'd probably be out on the motor, what is it called? The motorbikes, the motorbikes. Yeah, you'd be out there on that. You'd be out there with your what is it called? The camera I always forget the name of that camera. The cameras that people use, they put the little cameras on them, and they ride bikes, and they ride all kind of stuff. This cat ride dirt bikes. That's what they are. They ride dirt bikes, and he's always been a fan of that. He's always done that, and to be able to do it when you want to do it, that's a big deal in life. If something puts you in a space where you can be where you want to be. I mean, there's nothing like it in life. There's nothing like it, because when we was kids, we had to wait for certain people to go out, or we had to wait for this, that, and the other. Now it's adults, and you could just go. You can just load up the truck. That's why you got the truck. We'll load up the truck and get on up out of here and go do it. I love that. I love that. GoPro. That's right. The GoPro. That's right. That's right. The GoPro. I like when you post on Facebook or Instagram the GoPro videos. I like that. That'd be cool. I'll be like, yeah, he out there having fun. He out there having fun, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. You got to do self-care for yourself. Dirt bike therapy. That's there you go. Dirt bike therapy. And that's something that everybody should get into. I'm not saying dirt bikes per se. I'm saying some type of therapy, some type of thing that gets you away from everything else and puts you in a place of where you could be free. You know what I'm saying? You free your mind, you free your spirit, you free your soul, and you get yourself ready to get back to the grind or whatever you was getting to. You can grab hold of that purpose doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Being able to do what you do. So that's one of those things that I purposely do is have things like that in my life to understand, that everything that I'm doing is worth something. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose sight of that. If we lose sight of that, it's easier for your mind to get sidetracked into dark places and all of that type of stuff. And I don't care to be there. So that's what I do. I get myself into that mode. But I appreciate the way that people find different ways to have therapy in their lives. I appreciate it. It makes me feel good to see people doing what they love to do. That what they call, what they love to do. My guy, he loads up his truck and he goes out there and get busy. Shout out to Lamont. Shout out to Antoine for being that finding that therapy for herself. And shout out to him for doing that. I wonder, are you playing fantasy football this year? Anybody playing fantasy football this year? If you are, we got a fantasy football thing that everybody put in $100, and we pick our teams, draft our teams. That's the part I like about it. I'm not too skilled in the ways, the ins and outs of fantasy football. Like I think I'm getting there, but I'm not. But I just like the competition. I like the way that we come together and draft teams. I like the way that all that stuff go down. Of course, my team has been in the cellar the last 2 years. I won the last place trophy at the last 2 years. I start off good, but then I tail off because of my knowledge of how to keep my team up. It's growing, but it's out there. my guy wins it every year. He be on all of these different ones, and he kills it. He kills it. He kills it. But one day out, we will become champions, and we will never let anyone forget it. We'll never let anyone forget it. We will become champions. So shout out to all of the fantasy football people. Shout out to all the fantasy football people out there. Keep playing the fantasy football. It's fun. It's something we like to do. It's something that keep your mind going through the season. It keeps me engaged in the season. I used to didn't be engaged in the season too much, but it keeps me engaged in the season, wondering what's going on around the league and all of that type of stuff. So I like that. I like that. I will be getting the Madden when it comes out. When the Madden comes out, I have mine on pre-order, so I should get mine earlier than everybody else's. So, I'll be here playing it, doing it. See some things we never let go of. Some things we keep in our lives. And one of the things has been in my life is video games. I've always played video games. I played video games when I was a kid, and I played video games in my 20s, 30s, 40s. And you know what I'm saying? It's just something that I will never put down, because it's a great way for me to disconnect from life, disconnect from the world for a minute, and then be able to come back and continue my journey in life. So that's therapy for me. I don't know how nobody else feels about that, but that's how I feel about it. I mean, I can remember some of the joyous, some of the bestest, some of the greatest times in my life have been hanging out with the fellas, playing the game, and being at my partner house on two TVs, playing a tournament, one people in the front, people in the back, just having that atmosphere. That's been some of the best times in my life. We came up with a thing called Sega Day, and it was Sundays. Me and a couple of my partners would get together on Sunday and play the game. And so those things right there really stick with me, and it makes me want to continue that, continue to play, and continue to be on it. So that's why I get on it. Shout out to everybody that tuned in today. This is Talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. A couple of shout outs before I get out of here. Y'all know I always got to shout out Coolio the Underdog for making my music. That's who y'all hear. That's who y'all hear when you hear my intro. Coolio the Underdog. Shout out to Mac Mall for the drops that I put in the middle of my shows. Yeah, brothers, man, thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that's doing what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it. Trying to go further in life. What else? Who else? I got your Ham Right podcast. I got to drop my Florida guys. I got to drop my Florida guys in there. Your Ham Right podcast. I got to drop them in there. They are instrumental in bringing the podcast that has segments and putting out quality product that people want to see every time they put out a podcast, and they even let me on it. So I liked that I got with that. So your Ham Right podcast, that's one of my favorite podcasts. Of course, I like the Drink Champs podcast. I like different podcasts out there, but I do like the podcasts of people that are really at the beginning stages, and they trying to grow their podcast. I love watching those podcasts because I love watching them grow. And I like seeing what they do. Like your Ham Right podcast, they got a segment. Excuse me. They got a segment where people write in and want advice about what they should do. Me, I don't give advice. I just give a perspective, which is my perspective, and you can take it any way you want to. But I love that segment because people get some sound. People get a sound perspective from that segment. A sound perspective, not just some run of the mill response. It's a response that they would give. It's what they would really do with themselves. So that's what I like about it. I don't give, like I said, I don't give advice, but I just give a perspective on how I would move in that if that was happening to me. That's how I do it. I'm not an advice guru. I'm nowhere near in a position to be handing out advice to anybody about certain things. Certain things I can hand out some advice about, like parenting and being a provider and understanding your role on different things. I can give you advice on that, but I can't give advice on some things. I can just give my perspective and my what my perspective is. Shout out to Deidre Carter, one of my aunts. Just a wonderful woman. That's somebody like that's after my own heart. Like, we get this age, we get up in age and we feel like we can't do stuff for ourselves, but we really can. You can really change your trajectory by what you learn, what you educate yourself on. And it's never too late to educate yourself. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. It's never too late to get something going on that you love to do, that you like to do, and make it a career, or make it something that you do that inspires you to continue to live, continue to do good for people and others. So, my aunt went back to school and got her, I think, her master's. I'm 49, so she's older than me, but I'm not going to say her age. She's older than me, and to see that come from somebody that I know that is continuously educating themselves, continuously doing things for themselves like that inspires me. That inspires me. So I have to acknowledge that. Shout out to D. Shout out to D. Man, I have to acknowledge that. That is just. I've always been taught that, though. My dad has always taught me that. Has always taught me to continue to reach, continue to do what it is you do, continue to educate yourself, because without it, you're not going to be in the know. You're not going to be knowing stuff. So you have to make sure that you understand and know stuff, and you got to understand that you are still a sponge. You still can learn a lot of different things. You're coachable. I like to put everything in sports analogy. You are coachable. Continue to be coachable. So shout out to my dad, Overton Claiborne Sr. Just shout out to everybody that's out there that's doing things. Again, my condolences to people that have lost loved ones this past month, this past year. My condolences go straight out to you, and I just don't want to disrespect nobody by bringing up names and all of that type of stuff. And so I'm just going to say that. And so with that being said, this is Talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. Oh, and another thing, shout out to the podcast Without a Name. Myself and Big AC get together. My partner Big AC get together on Friday night and just talk about it. Just pull a topic off anywhere and talk about it. And it's been a good thing. It's been growing. People have been listening. People have been coming on, and I appreciate that. Shout out to Big AC for keeping it going on his end, because he is the catalyst for this podcast without a name. If it wasn't for him, I don't know if I would be doing that, but I'm doing it because it's a great thing to do. And he put it together, so I'll take no credit for that, but I take credit for coming on every Friday, 7:30, and helping out where I can, and to grow the podcast Without a Name. The podcast Without a Name. That's another shout out to Big AC. And so before I shut it down and leave, I'm gonna play some of my where's it at? Where's it at? Come on. Play some of this music if I can find it. Here we go. You know how we end stuff.
Y'all know what it is. COOLIO, the underdog. Infamous. And you are now tuned in to Talking with
Talking with OC.
Y'all know what it do.
Yeah, I know.
Drinking my Henny, sparking this OG. Game chopping up plenty. Talking with OC. I be drinking my Henny, sparking this OG. Game chopping up plenty.
Talking with OC.
Turn it up to your speakers, tuning in like tweakers. Turn them all into geekers. Kick your feet up, take off your sneakers. We gang talking with OC. From the crest side to the O3. Got a mile pass for this podcast. You ain't gotta ask if you know me. It's all free. Just listen. That trill talk you been missing. The daily scoop with that whoop-de-whoop. These snakes in the industry hissing. But it ain't all talk.
It ain't all
no
talk.
small talk. On the crest is one of the best coming out of the west. When you talking that blog talk. Yeah. I'm drinking my Henny, sparking this OG. Gang chopping up plenty. Talking with OC. I be drinking my Henny, sparking this OG. Game chopping up plenty.
Talking with OC.
5 p.m.
Straight like that. Y'all know what it is. Tune in. 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Catch them evenings. If the traffic, tune in. Talking with OC.
Yeah.
And you know who I am. C-double-O. L-I-O. Underdog.
You
Say
know
who I am. You know.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to say that I just want to leave everybody with one thing, man, and one thing only. It's about a mind thing, man. It's a really mind thing. Life is really a mind thing. And if you are down and you are out and you just don't know what to do, man, just think about it. If you change your mentality, you can change your reality. If you change your mentality, you can change your reality. And that stuck with me when I heard that because it resonates. It rings in my ears through and through. It rings through my ears. If you change your reality, your mentality. If you change your mentality, you can change your reality. And that's the truth that I'm spitting today. And I'm gonna holler at y'all. And thank you for everybody who came on. And shout out to everybody. Big AC. Shout out to Young Ham Right Podcast. Shout out to everybody out there doing it. Keep doing it.